If you cannot lead yourself, why should anyone else follow you? Kasi ang premise natin, di ba, leading others is easier if we know how to lead ourselves. Ano yung triggers that pushes your hot buttons? May pattern yan. Pagka ganito, nabubuisit ka agad ako. Once I recognize na hindi pala ako perfect, ang dami palang mali sa akin, na hindi ko to kaya, na mahina ako dito, at kailangan ko ng tulong. Dati kasi malakas ako, feeling ko, kaya ko, hindi ako humihingi ng tulong, but it wasn't helping me. I am Coach Tina Shawson and welcome to my podcast. If you're in a season of change, growth, reflection, or even confusion, you're in the right place. Think of this as our little conversation, something that is honest, unfiltered, and grounded in the things we all go through but rarely talk about. Here, I get to show up as myself too, not just as a coach, but as a fellow human being, navigating life, learning, unlearning, and growing right alongside with you. So settle in and let's begin. I've seen a lot of leaders. Yung iba magandang influence sa tao. Still others, magaling naman sila, pero parang there's lesser influence. So the question in my mind is, if you cannot lead yourself, then why should anyone else follow you? This is something that I'd like us to talk about now. Maraming leaders ang trying to be a good leader to other people. But the big question is, are they trying to lead themselves? Are we trying to be better in leading ourselves? Before we can be a good leader to other people, there is a need for us to be a good leader to ourselves. Paano yun? Leadership starts with personal leadership, and personal leadership starts with self-awareness. Ano ba itong sinasabi nating self-awareness? How do we achieve that self-awareness other than realizing that we are given feedback? But other than that, ano yung pwede nating magawa as new leaders or as leaders so that we can create higher self-awareness sa sarili natin? Kasi ang premise natin, di ba, leading others is easier if we know how to lead ourselves. Or self-awareness is achieved kapag mas alam natin kung ano yung strengths natin that we can leverage on. And we do have different strengths. Lahat tayo may lakas. We all have that of different nature and of different intensity. We need to float that awareness kung saan tayo magaling and embrace that. That's not being boastful. That's being realistic. Pero the other side of that, I think ito yung mas mahirap, it's to also float in our consciousness. Saan tayo hindi magaling? Where exactly are the areas in our character, in our competence, or sa ating pag-ugali, or sa ating kakayahan that we need a little more push, or we need to strengthen more. Sometimes we do have our blind spot, and we need to be able to hear the feedback coming from other people about this. Yun ang ating weaknesses. Yun ang ating, I call that, areas where we can still develop. The third, I think, to create better self-awareness is to be mindful or mas observant. Mas i-observe natin yung sarili natin when it comes to our own patterns of behavior. Kasi ang behavior natin, may patterns yan. Ano yung triggers? Yung external triggers that pushes your hot buttons. May pattern yan. Pagka ganito, nabubuisit ka agad ako. And thus, ganito ang nagiging behavior ko as a leader. Understanding our patterns of behavior will bring us to two things. Number one, it would create more awareness para ma-address natin siya. It need not be known to everyone, pero alam natin we're course correcting or itinatama natin yung ating reaction towards certain triggers ng environment natin. So, yun yung patterns. And sometimes, patterns could be good. So, pag maganda yung pattern, hayaan mo na. Maganda yung pattern ng behavior natin or behavior mo. Pero kung yung behavior pattern that you were able to observe is not helping you become a better leader of people, that may mean you may want to take a look at that. So those are the things that I think would help us to be more self-aware. Look at our strengths. What are my own strengths that I can leverage on? Look at my weaknesses, or what are my areas for development that I can address on my own, or I can actively seek feedback coming from people who care for me, care enough to give me the truth and tell me the truth, and then address it accordingly. The third, to create more self-awareness, is observe, be mindful of your own patterns of behavior kung paano ka natitrigger ng environment mo. Kasi lahat tayo may triggers at lahat tayo either react or respond to this trigger. So yun. So I think ang sinasabi ko, yun yung first, yung self-awareness, which is the start of good leadership. The second point that I wanted to emphasize is about social awareness. Kung may self-awareness tayo, importante rin na alam natin how we are affecting the people that we are working with, which is social awareness, how we are impacting the lives of these people. And how do we go about that? Paano natin malalaman? Number one, we get connected. Kasi pag hindi tayo nakakonect sa ating mga kasama, or if we don't get to connect to people that we're working with, it's kind of difficult to build that relationship. So we get connected. We solicit their either feedback or information para we build on one another. We co-create something with our people. And that's how we build relationships. That's how we build trust amongst our people or our teammates. In building that trust, in being the safe space for one another, then naiintindihan natin at naiintindihan din nila that we can co-create. We're co-equals here, and we can co-create a better relationship. This way, self-awareness and social awareness helps hand in hand, so that we can self-regulate and we can build better relationship with other people. My third point is actually about ownership of our action. And this helps, again, what do I mean? Ownership of our actions would include the wins or successes and the mistakes and failures. That's ownership of our mistakes and failures. Easier kasi if we just own the wins and successes. More difficult, especially if we're already the leader, to embrace and own the failures and the mistakes. So, what is required of us? This is where our courage to be humble, our courage to be humble and to be vulnerable with our teammates would set in. Now, paano ba tayo magiging humble or paano tayo magiging vulnerable? Alam nyo, in so many ways na experience ko to, ang pinaka naging effective sa akin, once I recognize my own limitations, once I recognize na hindi pala ako perfect, ang dami palang mali sa akin, that became my avenue to allow others to help me. And in allowing others to help me, it now fosters a more humble talent, a more humble leader, and a more vulnerable leader towards my people and towards my colleague. Hindi siya ganon kadali, but it is possible. The key, the pivot came from recognizing my own limitations, na hindi ko to kaya, na mahina ako dito, at kailangan ko ng tulong. It allowed me to be humble enough to ask for help. Na dati, kasi malakas ako, dati feeling ko, kaya ko, hindi ako humihingi ng tulong, but it wasn't helping me. The fourth point I think that would help create that better people leader is making sure that our behaviors, our own behaviors, are aligned with what is important to us, i.e., our own personal values. Kasi pagka yung behavior natin, tsaka yung values natin, misaligned siya, then there's an internal conflict happening. And ang hirap niya for leaders such as ourselves to lead our people if internally conflicted tayo. I think that's the last point that I wanted to share that could really help in becoming a better leader of people. So having that alignment, no, siguro that alignment can still stretch to not only our behaviors aligned with our values, also our values aligned with the corporate values of our own organization. If it would be, I think that would also help because then alam natin the reason why we are staying in that particular organization. So those are the four things that I think help me become a better leader to myself and thus eventually become a work in progress good leader to other people. How are you leading yourself so that you can also be better in leading other people? Not easy, but it is possible. I'll see you next time. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope today's conversation gave you something to think about, something to feel, or something to grow from. If you resonate with this episode, share it with someone who might need it too. And if you want more real human conversations about leadership, career, and life, make sure to follow my podcast, Ask Tina Shoson, so you don't miss the next one. This is Coach Tina, and remember, you own your life narratives. I'll talk to you in the next episode.